Today I'll be talking about New Bern, North Carolina. So this is not the usual South Carolina video, but anyway, New Bern is a city and the county seat of Craven County. It's located on a peninsula formed by the Neuse and Trent rivers, similar to cities like Charleston. Since I've been to New Bern more times than I can count, I know a good amount about it. New Bern itself has a population of about 31,000. Its history is fascinating. It gets its name from and flag from Bern, Switzerland. This is because in 1710 it was settled by Swiss immigrants. Originally, New Bern was the capital of North Carolina. This is also why it has tons of Civil War history. New Bern is also where Pepsi Cola originated, and you can still visit the building and get some Pepsi if you like it. The town has various interesting historic buildings and a perfect downtown area. It's also filled with historical markers, and on each house there's a sign on it that says the name of the house, or on most houses at least, and for some houses there's a historical marker that tells you who lived there or stuff like that. There's also the Tryon Palace, which is there because New Bern was the original capital of North Carolina, as I've said, so that's where the governor lived, and it's still standing there. It's a beautiful building. I've never been, but it's a great place to go. You should definitely visit it. Lots of history there. So definitely you must go. The town gets very busy during the day, and driving around you'll see lots of people walking around. There's statues of bears all around the area here because the first animal that the settlers saw here was a bear. The main highway leading into New Bern is US 70, which is completely barren in the middle of nowhere. On the way there, there's nothing, and there's about like 2 or 3 exits if you're driving in from New Bern, or to New Bern from US 70. Also, US 17 is another significant highway with lots of restaurants on it, and it's going to be turned into an interstate soon, I-42. If you're looking for a nice walk by the river, then you can go to Union Point Park, which is definitely a popular place there. In that park, you'll find a little place where you can walk along the river. During Christmas, there's lights, and there's a playground. It's very child-friendly. There are 3 bridges in total, 3 main bridges here. 2 lead over the Trent River, and 1 leads over the much wider Neuse River. The nearby airport of New Bern is the Coastal Carolina Regional Airport, which is right across the Alfred A. Cunningham Bridge. Along Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard and Neuse Boulevard are loads of shopping centers where you can get everything, and I mean everything you need. Great local restaurants? Check. Historic buildings and an interesting past? Check. Shopping centers that have everything you need? Check. What about fun activities and things to do? Well, there's plenty of that here. There's the Croton National Forest, where you can drive through and see beautiful preserved trees, where you can take a walk on one of their trails. You could go hunting. If you love the beach but don't want to live right on it, New Bern is just for you. Less than an hour away are Morehead City and Beaufort, which have wonderful beaches. If you have some time, you can drive to the southern Outer Banks, or take a ferry to go more to the North Outer Banks. If you do this, it's worth it to check out the ghost town of Portsmouth. Though I've never been, I know it's an old fishing town. It was an old fishing town on an island, and you can visit with buildings still standing, with lots of history and a population of 0. No one lives there. They have a visitor center, and you can take a ferry there. New Bern is near 2 other pretty significant cities, which are Jacksonville and Kinston. And not Jacksonville, Florida, but Jacksonville, North Carolina. Fortunately, since New Bern is really flat and almost right at sea level, it's prone to flooding. Since it's right by the coast where hurricanes strike, New Bern is heavily affected. Fortunately, this rarely happens, and the community does everything they can to help out and fix damage. On the right, you can see a mural of what New Bern's coastline used to be. It has now decreased a lot, and new buildings have been made. But a very long time ago, the water was basically right here. This is New Bern's beautiful and very active main street. All day there are people flocking to the amazing foods to eat, the amazing restaurants and the stores and all the great things you can find on this street. Many things are open. There's even a little mall that's kind of hard to find, but once you pass it, you'll see it. There's plenty of things to do on this street. I mean, you could spend all day here and you wouldn't get bored. People are always crossing the street. It's a really pedestrian-friendly area. So if you're looking for a great town to walk in, this is definitely one of them. As you can see, there's also lots of parks and green areas here where things grow freely. These are also just great, beautiful places that add beauty to this amazing town. As you can see, there are also lots of churches around here because it's a pretty religious area. And you can see that there's sidewalks everywhere around here, so if you want to walk, this is the place to go. And at this roundabout, you get a great view of the river. This would be the Neuse River, the much wider one. So the video is coming to an end. If you liked it, make sure to like and subscribe for more videos. I know I haven't uploaded in a bit. I'll be uploading more, hopefully. Informing you, I have so much content to get to, but hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. Comment what you think of New Bern, if you've ever been. I'll see you in the next one as we head over the Alfred A. Cunningham Bridge over this huge river.